All right, this is Randalicious. Welcome to the 8th Hexis podcast, and let's get right into it. So, I'm Randalicious, and I'm the leader of Hexis.
Trance, I'm a general in Hexis.
I'm Dreamy, I'm a hash one weeboo.
Trickool, I'm a loser.
I'm TheCaseAce, and I'm about to be the fourth Australian to max.
All right, guys. So, what do you think about them adding bonds into the game? The way that they're doing it, kind of like tying it in together with free to play. Just what do you think overall about that?
Personally, I think it's like pretty sort of cheeky in a way. That's putting it nicely, I guess. They've really tried to like just sneak them into the game. I remember before them saying they're not going to introduce microtransactions, and well, here we are. It's pretty much the only way they could get them into the game, and they've done it. Definitely don't like it.
I think it is the fucking slyest, little slimiest move they're pulling. I was honestly shocked when I saw the stream and what they were actually doing, trying to shoehorn it in with free-to-play. It's basically guaranteed to pass because the community's been after
It did
free-to-play for
pass.
so long. Yeah, I know, it was guaranteed to pass the moment they announced it.
Oh
because
yeah.
the community's been after free-to-play for as long as the game's been out near enough, so... You know, they could have put anything in there really, and it would have passed because free to play was part of the equation. I just think it's sly. I think it's sneaky, and I think it's a really fucking cheeky move on their part.
I think on their part, from a business perspective, it is genius. Whoever came up with the idea for that should get a promotion within the company. But for the
Of course it
players,
is.
fuck. Like, I really hate it a lot, and I don't even know if I can be that mad at them for doing it because it's that good of an idea on their part. Um, but I wish that they didn't come into the game.
I think the saddest part about it is that we let them blackmail us. And
Yeah.
that
Yeah, I'd agree with
is
that.
just
I'd definitely agree
astonishing.
with that.
Hashtag sheep. Like, you guys fucking fell for it. You should be
Wait, but-
fucking embarrassed.
I bought
What's
a
next?
bond.
Fix the servers if they add in Squeal of Fortune?
Yes.
I wouldn't put it past. I
I
wouldn't put
would
it
not
past
be
them.
surprised if that passed. And you cannot possibly convince me that bonds are not, at least in some form, a segue into non-cosmetic microtransactions.
The foothold.
I have to probably just agree with everyone here because there's not really anything else to say, but yeah. It's just sly, really, yeah.
I feel like we're getting treated like kids with it. It's like, here, you can have this, but you've got to do this first.
It's like,
Yep.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
your mum would say, you can have a
Yeah.
chocolate bar if you brush your teeth before you go to bed for
Yeah,
a week.
exactly. Clean up your bedroom and you get a chocolate bar
My-
or some shit like that.
My mum still does that with me.
Same. But I'm too old for that, so yeah.
Yeah, oh well. Alright, so moving on, this is from Gauze. With the introduction of bonds in the old school, do you think we will eventually see content that can only be unlocked via bonds, like cosmetic shit and other things like that?
If they're gonna do the same thing as they did for free-to-play now, like, if you want free-to-play, we'll have to add bonds. If they're gonna do that, then, I don't know, maybe in the future.
I hate to say it, but eventually I think we are going to see it. As Trance said before, it said it's kind of like this bond's being introduced as like a segue into more microtransactions, and I think eventually we're going to see that. It's a sad but probably true fact, and I don't
Yep.
like it.
Yeah, like I said, I think eventually they will look into, Matt K will say, okay, here's the data on how many people are buying bonds. How many of these people would buy spins on Wheel of Fortune? And if that's a number they feel comfortable going with, they're gonna do it. I think that's
Yeah.
how a
Yeah.
business
Gotta
works.
wait 8 months before they have enough data
Definitely
to show
agree with what
nothing.
Trance just said.
And they'll show us more graphs. I like
Oh,
the graphs.
Nah,
The
8 months.
graph that they showed on stream when they made that free-to-play announcement 2 weeks ago was disrespectful as fuck for the amount of time that they spent supposedly collecting data. That's all that they had to show us was the kindergarten graph, man. It was terrible.
And in front of 14,000 people watching.
There were no numbers on it or anything like that. It was just terrible.
It wasn't adequate information for such a huge question. Like, it wasn't sold on
It
whatsoever.
was
I'm
so
sure
bad.
that like every single weekly live stream they did, someone asked, "Have you enough data? Have you got enough data for free to play yet?" And just gonna be like, "Nope, we're still collecting." And now they come up with this crap. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hey, you can't rush his work, man.
8 months.
Obviously, 8 months wasn't enough time to produce something of, first grade standard.
Going on to the question, though, I think we will eventually see shit like that because the way that they're going to be trying to present it to us is like, oh, bonds are already in the game. It's not going to hurt to get any cosmetic stuff. So why don't we just add it in? And the people who were convinced to vote for free to play or the people who were convinced to vote for bonds just because of free to play, which was a huge majority base, but I think a lot of those players voted yes in spite of the bond. Like, I don't know. They just didn't want bonds, but they wanted free to play enough to vote for it. I think there will be enough people who will vote yes to just a cosmetic bond, I guess you could call it.
But what was the reason for adding in bonds along with this?
Money.
I don't remember. So just money.
Yeah.
Money.
Oh. I mean, yeah, as you said earlier, it is a really genius idea on the business side. Business side, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very clever, but yeah, it's done.
Yep, can't do shit about it now.
Yeah. Alright, so are you guys tired of a lot of the political answers that the mods keep giving? Like, for example, Mod Matt K, when he kept saying, there are no plans to introduce microtransactions into old school. I'm saying no plans is not a solid answer, because, I mean, shit, look at us. We got bonds now. At that time, sure, there might have not been plans, but, I mean, these are just terrible political answers. What do you guys think?
Exactly. Of course there are no plans, but a week after he said that, there were plans, and a week after that, they pulled it. So, like, that sentence just is meaningless.
I'm super fucking tired of that. Yeah, so...
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. They always give pretty political answers to everything. It's kind of like to cover their asses, really. They word it so it doesn't get them in trouble. Pretty smart on their part, but I'm tired of them saying and answering questions like that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm just really disappointed in the way that they've answered their questions overall. Just cut the political answer bullshit.
Politicians lie. It's part of their job. So I guess in a sense, just don't trust anything they say. I don't watch the Q&As or anything that they do really. I just sort of get in on the drama when it comes to stir the pot, but
I've stopped
Yeah.
watching them lately, and I've just been someone posts a transcript of it on
Oh yeah,
Reddit.
like
Yeah.
on Reddit.
That's what
I
I've
stopped watching it.
that's what I've been doing.
I stopped watching it because you sit in the Hexis chat and people just narrate it for you, so I don't have to watch it.
What is Mud K's job again? Like
Product
in terms-
manager is his title.
Oh, he's
what his
he's pretty
job
much the guy who just has to
is.
give the message out.
Yeah, but
Fuck.
I don't know exactly what he does. His title is product manager.
Data collector.
But cut out the political answers. You're treating us like shit.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Alright, so the RS3 mods just had to cancel their live stream due to the DDoSing problems. What do you guys think about that?
Things pretty bad. I'm obviously online during the DDoSing, and for like the last hour or so, I've disconnected at least 5 times. I know they keep saying that they can't do anything about it or anything like that, but I feel like that's another one of their political answers, quote unquote. And yeah, I'd really like them to get it fixed as soon as possible because, we do pay for this game and we do sort of pay for a standard of customer service and a standard of quality.
I just found it pretty funny because the last time I was on the podcast was for the first podcast and we brought up this same topic. How many months ago was that, And especially with the introduction of bonds and the increase in membership prices this year. I really do expect them to do something about it. And I know, keep on nagging, it doesn't do anything. If anything, it hinders the development process. But at the end of the day, it's been going on for far too fucking long. The service they offer, they can't offer because of the poor DDoS protection that they have on the servers, and I just think it's a bit silly it's been going on this long.
Made a really good point bringing up bonds and the increase in membership. I was thinking to myself,
Where the fuck where's that money going? Is it just going into the CEO's pocket or what? I want it invested back into the game if I'm sacrificing the old school feel for it.
well, I was, before they announced that they were going to increase the price, I was thinking to myself, like, I wouldn't mind paying an extra $1 per month.
An extra buck.
Yeah, for them to just
But Randy, that's 4 chicken wings.
It's well worth it. I got money, but I was thinking, like, I wouldn't mind paying an extra $1 per month just for, like, if everyone paid like an extra $1 a month, they'd be getting more than 100,000 extra dollars, and that would obviously be more than enough to, like, make the servers not shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully now that it affects them directly with the live stream, they'll maybe see that it's a bigger problem than they've just been brushing it off to be when people ran at them on Twitter saying to fix the servers.
When they weren't the victim.
Yeah, I think it's one thing.
Exactly.
I think it's one thing for them to just say that they're trying and stuff like that when they're not actually experiencing the problem. They're not experiencing how bad it is firsthand. Hopefully, that can maybe enlighten them on the problems.
Also, with free-to-play coming out, I really want to see the new players' reaction to the DDoS problems we're having.
Ooh.
And yeah, and I wouldn't mind paying extra money, per month, just to like fix this fucking bullshit.
On the
Just
day I
to-
don't pay it.
Well, just
Mummy
today I've
pays it
disconnected
for me.
7 times. Like fucking hell.
Were the servers like this bad back like 7 years ago or so? I don't
No,
remember
they
them ever
fuck.
being bad.
They were so much.
No.
Didn't they like? I don't know.
They weren't flawless, but they were never, like unplayable.
Yeah, I never
Because
really remember them ever being bad to
They-
the point that they've been in this
They
game.
DC'd every now and then, but there was nothing like this because no response from the login server for like 30 minutes today already.
I went
like
and
one
took a
thing.
shower.
I would have been so pissed off.
I was fucking yeah. Also, they said that they were gonna try to fix it after New Year's, didn't they? Well, it's a month into February now, so
I don't know. Political answer, I guess.
Yep.
just solid answer.
Alright, Trance. So, for those who don't know, Trance had a 600-hour month of room
Can we get
crafting.
a round of applause for Trance, please?
What
Alright.
a poor fucking hand clap there.
Alright, so Trance, can you go into the specifics of your month? Like what you ate, number of showers, your sleeping schedule, and anything you thought needs to be talked about. Great month, by the way.
It was, at least in some part, spur of the moment, because we had the Hexis comp January 2nd through the 9th, and I knew I wanted to go hard in the comp, because I always go hard in comps. And I decided to do rune crafting, because I love rune crafting, and it's pretty easy HP for me. So I did rune crafting for the week, and I went hard as fuck, and got like 4.2 mil a week, and I actually took like a day break, like I slept 17 hours after the week, and I thought to myself that I would never forgive myself if I didn't continue on to do a month record, because I had such a good start. So I just continued on and slept like I alternated between 4.5 and 6 hour nights for the last 3 weeks. First week I slept like 2.5 hours and 3 hours a night.
Oh, shit.
The first week I actually didn't shower. Which is kind of embarrassing, but it was an experience. It was honestly a spiritual experience, not showering for a week. I encourage you to try it.
Wake up in the morning with your hair stuck to your chin.
No. It's a spiritual experience, guys. Then I showered like the whole month. I showered like 9 times, not including the shower I took right before I started, and the shower I took right when it ended. So it's like shower every 3 days on average.
Okay.
And then I ate like mostly small snacks like salty
like,
crackers,
Chex Mix and
granola
shit,
bars,
didn't
graham crackers, dry cereal. Ordered pizza like 5 times. I made pasta once, and then like a bunch of the microwavable food that is stuffed in my fridge. Yeah.
How many cans of
But
Monster did you drink?
Oh, I drank like a dozen. I don't like a dozen Monsters.
In a month? That's not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
What was the longest that you stayed up in one session?
Like 30, only like 30 hours, I think.
Well, that was
I'm still recovering, by the way. I'm so fatigued. I'm burnt.
yeah, I couldn't imagine doing anything like that. It's insane.
You think you'd ever do it again?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Oh
agility.
shit!
I'd do like agility one probably.
Ooh.
Oh, I'd like to see Lallador's
despite
record
Brad.
get beat.
Base
Record?
Trance.
How many
And
actual
Trance
hours did you play? Because
About
you
570.
Wait,
okay.
fuck, I've got it. Never mind.
All right. Yeah, that's a lot of fucking time. All right. Moving on. So, all right, if they pulled curses without Soulsplit, what would your opinion be on that kind of content coming into the game, along with the temple?
Then Tiston.
Okay. All right. The person who submitted it said they don't think it has a chance of passing, but just speculating.
Yeah, I agree that it doesn't have a chance to pass, but just on speculation, I definitely wouldn't like that kind of content coming into the game. I think it's going to, it would increase experience rates on like combat, Slayer. I think the prayers we have at the moment are good enough, and they do the job that they're supposed to do at the moment. So I probably wouldn't like that kind of content in the game. As for other quests, maybe I'd like to see a Grandmaster quest, but I don't know what they'd do with that.
I'd agree with Case. I'd say there's not really necessary, to be honest. What's wrong with Piety? Piety gets the job done just fine.
What are the other prayers that are part of that? Because
You get
It's
like
like-
all the leech and
Isn't that like deflect,
berserk as
melee,
well.
deflect range,
It
and stuff?
leeches and deflects.
what does
Oh, I
that
know.
mean?
Which deflects at overhead and leeches drain your opponents. Like
And then we have
attack
Turmoil.
stat. Yeah, Turmoil was just OP.
That was like,
Soul Split was equally as OP. And then Berserk like made potions last longer, which was pretty cool.
That last one I don't think sounds too bad.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I thought that was the only moderate one, really. But
well, I mean, we don't really need a new prayer. Well, I don't know if we need new prayers.
Well,
I think they've
if
talked
they
about
run
this
out-
a few
if-
times.
if they run out of space of content to add on the new continent, then there's a chance that they could add something like this in the future. Whether it would pass, I don't know, though. I don't know what the community's...
It really depends on what
You
the
wanna-
prayer does, really.
I don't give a shit.
I
End
wouldn't
of the-
fucking
end of
want
the day,
Soulsplit in this game, man.
It's just for Slayer, and Slayer keeps getting faster, so, it's gone from 26k to 37k. What's, an extra couple of 10k?
It's,
I don't care. I'm only 99. If I was 100 mil, I'd be a bit concerned, but I'm not, so I'm not. But yeah.
yeah. I'm not sure if I would like it or not, but depends on the prayers and what they do.
Like with summoning, I'm anxious to train. I'm anxious to train Slayer because of all these possible things that could be added to make Slayer quicker. And like, if summoning ever passed or was offered or anything, I just feel like a waste doing it.
Yeah.
So I'm always really hesitant to answer questions on Slayer / commit to training it.
Actually, not sure if it would pass. I feel like it has a decent chance of passing. Turmoil's a little bit too overpowered. It's just the same thing as Piety, just like ramps up.
Yeah.
I don't really have an
for
opinion on it.
95 prayer, I don't know how many
But yeah,
people
but then
have that.
okay, I don't want it because Dragon Bones will go up.
It
Yeah,
really
get
would.
to-
get
Scrubs,
Tunnel
all these
Get
scrubs.
Tunnel Prayer done now. Oh wait, they might
Exactly.
introduce Bone Crusher. So
Wait,
you
what?
can't.
Are they not? Huh.
Yeah, like 195 mil.
Alright, so Jeet asks, what are your guys' thoughts on Slayer bossing?
So, like, Slayer task with bosses.
Yeah.
Is that
like
like
Jad.
kill Calfight Queen for Slayer
I
task?
honestly
Yeah.
wouldn't mind that if it
Like-
was a separate, like, task
Yeah,
Whatever,
because
like,
on the new continent, they're gonna have a new Slayer Master, and that Slayer Master is going to assign just boss monsters. So like
I
maybe kill.
guess for clans that focus on PVMing, that would be pretty good. I guess. I don't really have anything against this.
What would you want the XP rates to be like as well? Keep in mind that you will be
Mm,
profiting. So like
well, didn't
13k
Jad
an hour.
didn't the Jad task give you like 20k XP?
Well, you got the bonuses for killing all the monsters in it, and then you got the end bonus, which was 25k for
Oh yeah, fuck.
killing the Jad, which some players could easily get done in about, what, 40 minutes, 30 minutes with the blowpipe these days? I don't know, I don't keep up with it, but yeah.
Well, yeah. Again, it just depends really. I don't think I have anything against it. So.
I think it's a really cool idea. I'm looking forward to them putting it into the game. It'll be interesting to see what the XP rates are, and I hope that they're at least somewhat worth doing. Like I almost want them to be what one should do for efficient Slayer, because Slayer is such an easy ass skill of just fill your cannon, drink your potion, and that's all that there really is to it.
The life, baby.
Like if they put in like if they made like Dagannoth Kings like almost on the same level of XP per hour as Dags, obviously it would be much more challenging to do, and like I don't know, I think maybe making it more challenging should maybe give it more XP. I don't. What do you
Wouldn't
guys kind
there
of think
be
about that?
There would be a lot more crashes at DKS as well, wouldn't there?
I was just using DKs as an example.
Yeah, but
You can
like,
already you can already kill Dagannoth Kings on task though.
yeah.
Yeah, I know,
but-
but
Yeah,
like
but if there was a
if you're
special
assigned to
incentive.
if you're assigned to kill like 50 Dag Kings or something, or
I don't think it should be faster, or even I don't think the XP should be comparable at all.
It
No,
should
I
be,
don't-
just be.
I think
a
it should
bit-
be a
It
little
would be
bit
profitable
less.
Slayer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really profitable.
Agreed.
Maybe like, I don't know. Yeah.
I'd like for it to almost be on par.
Yeah,
Would-
I'd like for it to have some sort of incentive to do it rather than just, making that dead
People would do
content.
it even if it
Yeah,
wasn't good
people would
XP.
do it.
Yeah.
Because
If only
especially
was-
like Boaty killed Zami when he got Greater Demon task, didn't he? Just because you get the Slayer Helm boost and the kills would be a bit quicker and stuff. So people would still do it even if the XP wasn't on par. I want Zulrah as a task. More
That
supplies
would
in the game.
be
Killed 105 snakes.
ridiculous.
Oh, it'd be fantastic.
Oh shit.
I was so annoyed when I woke up and read that people were bitching and moaning about Zulrah being too OP for money. Like, fuck that. Dropping 2 magic seeds at a time, man. Amazing.
It does shit out supplies.
I love the
Great,
big
I
grab
love
on the
it.
magic seed now. It just
Magic seeds for 90k each, pretty consistently. It's
don't
brilliant.
you have like yeah.
I got about
Are they really
500
90k each now?
Yeah.
I got about 506 for
In-
90k each, about 152 pounds for 22k each as a result of Zulrah.
Wow.
In summer 2014 I did 9 farming and I bought my magic seeds for 180k each.
Oh, back when I
Whoa.
Back when I did it.
Back when I did it.
Yeah, 180k. Boy, whatever his name was, Buck something.
Yeah.
Alright, what quality of life update would you miss most if it was removed? And also, what quality of life update do you most want to see added to the game?
Oh, that's a brilliant question.
Mm.
I don't know what I'd miss because everything just fits in the game so well. I don't know if any of you remember, but pressing tab to reply to someone was initially not in the
Oh.
start of 07.
That is
So
true.
that was a quality of life
Yeah.
thing. Also, muting the sound, it remembers that you've muted it. That was a quality of life thing that was implemented. The orbs, I guess, I don't really use them that much, but I can see other people thinking that you'd miss that if it was removed. But you've got Orion, haven't you, really?
You've got toggles as well.
Yeah, yeah, there's a toggle for it. As for added, I don't really know. Nothing springs to mind.
I've got
Right,
one
next.
thing for added.
mean-
I'll do mine. Mine would be I think I'd miss the RC pouch repair to right click. I hated just clicking
Oh,
through the
wait.
dialogue all the time.
No, I'd miss static spawns the most. I completely forgot about them.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
static
fucking
spawns, wow.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
now I want
that.
to change mine, yeah. Static
Fuck City
spawns for
Slayer in
sure.
World 1. Not happening,
That was a
not
great
happening.
update. Oh, what I'd want to see updated or brought to, I know it's something really simple, but being able to, like, place your cursor so that you can delete a typo you've made instead of deleting the whole sentence.
Yes.
I would
Yeah.
like that.
That was pretty good.
Like, you type out an entire sentence and realize there's, like, 3 typos and you have to delete the whole thing. But yeah, that's what I'd like to see updated.
Yes.
I would miss backwalking. The backwalking sucks the most. Or I would miss not backwalking, I guess.
I remember runecrafting back in the day with that. It took a little bit of skill to do astral runecrafting perfectly.
But
Same with Nights.
some people would not consider this a quality of life update because it affects a large part of the game, even though it's not that big of an update, and that is a 5-minute combat logout timer.
We need to
That is
see
a
this
quality of life
2015.
Even though it affects half the fucking population.
That is.
I consider that quality of life.
What quality update would I miss most? Yeah, easily static spawns, but going off of that, not really sure. Maybe like the make all. Actually, no, hold on. I wish that you could manually like do stuff like for fletching. You have to make all bowstring or make all string all. I wish I could manually do that shit myself. Same thing would apply for putting like an air orb on a battle staff. I wish they would come out with where you could do that if you wanted.
If you want faster, less
Yeah.
XP for more effort, do bolts. No offense, but you only care about the shit when you start doing it, Randy.
I know. I'm just saying, I would like.
I don't even think you'd do it.
I would for sure, for sure. It'd be so much more XP per hour.
Then why do you do bolts, though?
Cause I don't have any money to spend it on bolts. I'm gonna be doing darts when the GE comes out. I did like 4 mil, anywhere from like 2 to 4 mil fletch XP last week, all on darts. There was so much XP per hour. I'll do darts 200
Alright,
mil.
alright, fair enough, fair enough.
I will do darts to 200 mil with the GE.
It's all going to be recorded. So when
Quality
you
of
start
life.
cutting your own magics, say, oh, it's AFK as fuck, I could play on my ult. We'll remember this.
You can do that. You can
is-
fucking
yeah, it's recorded.
string all and do that shit in the first place with ease.
We have documented proof. Quality of life update I would miss would probably be... static spawns, easily, yeah.
I think it was Trance who said walking, I had to move rooms, but yeah, I missed that as well if it was gone. Again, another one of those things that's so basic you forget it was even added. I can't imagine backwalking.
As for stuff I want to be added, I'm not sure. Probably the one that Case said, I really wouldn't mind that. That'd be beautiful. I don't really have
Yeah,
anything else I really want
definitely.
added.
Alright, so a player named Zod submitted this, and he said, what are your guys' thoughts on No One Perfect now using runners for rune crafting? Well, he's not using runners. He is still solo, and he's going to continue to do that. And he should get rank 1 on the high scores pretty soon. I think he's like 400k behind Dusty, but Dusty's been really using those runners a lot lately. No one will pass them eventually, but no, he's not using runners. He's doing it all solo.
I'm not passing quick enough though if he's not runecrafting with a pickaxe like I've seen him for the past 40 hours of runecrafting maybe. I was runecrafting with him in the same world and he wasn't using a pickaxe. So
Wait, who?
What was he doing?
No.
Film
perfect.
perfect.
he was naked with the glory on.
Oh, it's like Boma.
Why?
Yeah.
Was
I've seen
he
him with a woodcutting
maybe woodcutting axe?
I'm not saying
Yeah.
he's not saying he's botting or anything by any means. I'm just saying.
That's very surprising.
But
It is weird.
Honestly, when I saw it, I just thought he got PK'd and he's just run back.
Oh, okay.
Like, because he looked like Harm when he was when he died at Ardy, just naked.
Well, previously
But
didn't
who
you just
knows, he's-
runecraft with a pickaxe, whatever, boots of lightness, and his runecrafting cape?
Yeah, but he wasn't runecrafting with any of that. He just had a glory on and was running back and forth
I know, but
from the altar and
it's
everything.
just a cape. I mean, and switching out pickaxe with axe.
Alright, so what do you guys think about quest completion high scores, which could... I don't know how they'd be able to be tracked on
Yeah,
CML.
what the fuck is that?
Speedrunning.
I
Wait,
don't-
what?
I don't get that at all. No comment.
So there would be a timer. You had to start, and then you'd just be like collecting everything, and then just get
Waste
the
of
quest.
development time. They could remove AFK Nightmare Zone about 50 times in the time it take them to implement that. Waste of time.
Yeah.
How would they do it on the
definitely
CML
agree.
as well?
I don't fucking know. Foot's lazy, isn't
Because
he?
it would yeah, I don't fucking know.
I don't think it'd be possible, really. But yeah, definitely waste of time. Don't need it.
Alright, so what do you guys...
That's a really dumb idea.
I don't like it.
That's all I gotta say.
Alright, so...
Dumb.
I think we might have
Yeah,
talked...
it's just dumb. I just really want to say that that's dumb. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
Alright, so what do you guys think about there being a high score count for PVMers, like kills per boss, and also like clues? I think we might have talked about that on the last podcast, but it's trackable, so they could easily pour out some high scores for that.
Whatever. I'm not too fussed.
Yes,
I know
no,
Gingle
maybe
want
so.
everyone to see him. Gingle wants to be at the top with his 4K
Wait.
clues done.
I
Can you
keep
do this on
fucking
Orion already?
disconnecting. With like rogue kills and clues you can, not for boss counts.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, you wouldn't. How would they? No.
Fuck! I'm disconnected all over the fucking place.
At least this makes a lot more
Yeah.
sense than quest speedruns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Max speedrun.
Fix the goddamn servers.
Didn't they have a high score in or they probably still do in RuneScape 3, where
Yeah, they
you
have
can see
minigame
like
high
Barbarian
scores.
Assault ranks
Yeah.
and stuff?
They do.
They could do that for 7 as well and add a PVM killer. Fuck, I'm disconnecting now. They could add that for PVM as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you just go off the... Is it the Ring of Life that keeps the log of your boss kills? You can just go off
You
that,
could
couldn't
just-
they?
Ring of Slay.
Ring of Wealth, I think.
Yeah, Ring of
Ring-
Well.
Oh, yeah, fuck, Slayer Lock, never mind.
Just go off that as your kills, I guess, which would be pretty cool. You know, for all the PVMers to gloat and what have you.
I'd like to see it for sure. It'd be
I don't
Killers
see...
get to gloat, why don't PVMers?
a nice. I mean, there could be a lot of competition among that. I think that'd be good.
Yeah. I like that idea.
30-hour PVM record.
Hey, they would be able to do that too. At least CML could.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool, especially see like the most kills in a day, a week, a month, and so on. That it could get to be real cool.
I like it.
That'd be weird. Being yeah, I don't know.
I think it'd be weird in a good way though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Alright, this is from Rianatu. What do you guys expect to see on the new continent? And what do you think is... What items do you... Or, shit. I can't talk. What do you think is going to be useful in terms of better XP and cash and other things like that on the new continent?
Didn't we talk about that Dragon Axe thing?
Oh yeah,
ads.
I like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't... I think if they look over that in the future with Seiya, or whatever it's called, I wouldn't mind seeing that. I really hope to see it as well. And they were gonna do that Slayer Master thing with bosses as well, so I guess that's something we expect to see. Cash-wise, I don't know. Maybe there's gonna be new monsters, NPCs to kill over there. Slayer-wise as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there's going to be anything that would be better than what we currently have, talking about XP and cash. Because Zulrah is it's pretty hard to beat. If we have something in-game that's better than Zulrah, then that's going to be way too OP. But I'm pretty excited for the new continent, and excited for the new, mostly all the Slayer updates, and I think there might be like an update to rune crafting. I'd like to see maybe the ability to craft blood runes or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice to see.
They said that they're going to be coming out with a soul altar, which makes no fucking sense to me because there's no fucking... Who the hell needs soul runes, and what the hell are they using it for?
Oh, he does, 'cause he's ginger.
It should be a damn blood altar. Look at the price of blood runes. They're going through the roof. There's no fucking supply. No one uses soul.
I've never had a soul rune in my bank.
No one uses any soul runes.
Need him for recharging Dragonstone Jewelry with the Geodaries.
I guess that's one thing.
That's not a lot of use.
I just expect to see increased Slayer rates because, you know, they just like doing that, don't they?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, what do you guys think should be the next skill updated in your opinions? Kind of like how Agility got rooftops, Hunter got black chins, and what are your guys' opinions on Zulrah being the best money in the game without even having like a Slayer wreck or anything like that?
Well, I mean, for Zulrah, you need to complete Regicide or whatever it's called.
You need to have started it. That only requires
Okay.
56 agility.
Well, yeah, I guess it's kind of weird that it's actually the best money source currently. Apart from having really good RNG at God Wars or Corporal Beast. But I don't know if I like that or not, but there should at least be some requirements for that. At least high leveled. And as for skills that need to be updated, woodcutting,
What would you want to see in woodcutting?
Arctic Pines.
Does that increase the XP rate of woodcutting then?
Not very significantly.
Nah, I just like
okay.
the whole what's it called, Arctic Pine idea and the way you actually woodcut.
Yeah. Alright. That's fair
Woodcutting.
enough.
Just an alternative rather than a boost in XP, to be honest. It's very
Yeah.
minimal boost.
That's good, that's good. I think the skill that I'd like to see would be Firemaking. It desperately needs an update. Firemaking is the most useless thing in the game at the moment. Apart from, you need 85 for Elite Diaries, and
Yeah.
it's like a 30-hour skill, so really quite pointless. I'd like to see that updated ASAP.
What would you like to see in that
And-
skill?
I don't really know what they could do with it. I don't want it to become AFK like bonfires are, because I still reckon you should have to have the click intensity of the skill. The Inferno ads you guys were talking about earlier had like a 94 requirement in RS3. I think I'd like to see that again. That'd be implemented.
92!
Yeah, was it 92 or 94?
92.
92? Alright, yeah. And I remember you had to like run around the wilderness and like light
That
all
was
those little...
such a
That
pain
was...
in the ass.
Yeah. That was so annoying.
You spent an hour filling it up to run round them in like 12 minutes. It's crap.
Yeah.
Well, the idea we had for the ads was, what was it? Adding something to the Dragon Axe. What was it? I don't remember.
Kind of like the way like Tentacle is. Like it would make the dragon axe degradable
Yeah.
because like
Wow, that'd be a great idea.
those things are like 300k each right now.
Yeah.
They're worthless.
I can't really
Choose
see
money
any
for experience.
downsides to that. Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
give
wouldn't
credit
mind
to the
that.
idea, but I don't like the whole get free XP for no real reason.
Money?
But I like the idea.
It consumes money.
It would be
Yeah, I
a pretty
guess.
big money sink.
But it's just like 200 mil woodcut randomly gives you what is it, 66 mil
Well, yeah.
firemaking. But I do like the idea that Randy submitted. I thought it was a very good idea.
Yeah.
What DX is like 300k each or something. It wouldn't even be that difficult to, you know, fund the use of the Inferno ads for a significant amount of time.
Yeah, you could have it last for like 5k logs, 10k
Yeah, but
logs.
I really do like the idea.
Anywhere
I'd
like
support
that.
the idea if it was
Yeah.
if it was poll or anything. I would vote yes. Why not?
I'm not sure what skill really needs to be updated the most. Uh, I really don't have anything for that. I think Zulrah should have a lot higher requirements than what it has. It's a joke to get the requirements.
Brilliant. It's brilliant.
No.
I just think
It
that
needs to have a risk.
given yes, it's terrible,
It
man.
wasn't even a large fee either. It wasn't
It
really
was
that
50k.
expensive. Yeah, like
What was,
that's
like-
nothing.
How was the player
Two
vote
laps
like?
of natures.
What was the yes and no differences?
I don't
Did
remember
they
what
really
it
expect
was.
people to vote yes for
Yeah,
to vote
exactly.
yes for
It should have
Like,
been
Yeah.
should have been something there from the start, shouldn't it?
You should just
Yeah.
blackmail them.
But I think that
They nerfed the drop table
Zol-
without polling.
Zora is just way too good for the no requirements it has.
Do you lose your stuff if you DC as well?
Well, you can
No.
pick it. You get it back from the person for free.
Yeah, but does it keep over the lockout?
Yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah.
Yeah. That's
It-
perfectly
You
safe.
could
Actually
die in
safe.
there, wait a year, and as long as you didn't die, they will always have it for you until you die again.
That is super fucking gay.
There's zero
Super
risk.
gay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think that's pretty dumb. I think that there
as
should be
for-
much higher requirements.
Oh, it's
If I can think of a skill that needs to be updated,
construction.
there's a whole lot that they could do
It
with
just
it.
wasn't
Really,
updated,
Yeah,
you fool.
I think it was eFire who suggested the whole go and build shortcuts around RuneScape with your construction and agility.
Didn't they pull
ages
that and
ago.
failed?
I really like that as a PDC. Like you could build a shortcut up to the Trollheim
But they're
farm
adding that to
patch
Dutch Keep and Direct
if you had
now.
the right agility level and everything, and you could just build shortcuts all over the place with construction and agility intertwined together, and it gives construction more of a practical use rather than build, remove, build, remove, build, remove for 32 hours. So
Yeah.
I like that. That's something I anticipated to see, but I never did. But yeah, bonfires for firemaking. 2-click
Yeah, but-
intensive. Not enough AFK.
I hope you're being sarcastic.
Am I ever sarcastic, cases?
uh,
No,
that
like
could be sarcasm in itself.
Trance.
I mean, I don't think any skills need an update. That's really.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, that.
What?
All right, what are your guys' thoughts on the Karamja store's impact on the economy? How it is faster and much larger profit than alking, driving the demand for many alkables that would otherwise have been slower and less profitable to convert to GP. This increased demand making every part of item production change more profitable, beneficial, like rune ore is worth a lot more, bars are worth a lot more, and smithing them is a lot more, creating a cycle of increased inflation where only the economy as a whole loses out.
I completely agree with the assumptions made in the question. Although I'm not going to complain about battle styles being or completed battle styles being more expensive because of the shop.
Agreed.
It does nature runes, devalues nature runes. That's
Even
people out
further.
being, and the people selling to the shop are just botting anyway. So you're just selling to like one guy who has 30 bots selling all these items to the shop for no real reason other than it's just good money. At least put it on like elite or hard Ramcha.
yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, it just needs a higher requirement, really.
You can do
Just
it.
to
You
prevent
can, you can
the
do it
bots.
with level 1 gloves.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
long as
that's
you have
terrible.
those buddy.
And it
And,
takes
you
like
know-
what, 20 minutes, maybe less, 15 minutes to get easy.
I'll have
Karamja
you know,
gloves?
one of the requirements for the gyrate
Not
is
sure.
to pick up a banana and drop it again 5 times. You try and do that in 20 minutes. Hard work, man. It's silly. I would expect it to be something that would at least require the hard ones.
Yep.
But
Um,
whatever.
I have to agree with also the assumptions you made in the question and what Trance and the others said.
I think
Yeah, I agree with Trance.
I think that it's. I mean, I do, and I reap the benefits of it because I'm doing battle stabs right now, and I don't know how big of a demand there would be for these if the shop wasn't in the game. Although I did back in August, early August, I submitted a like a not really a bug report, but I was telling them this was before it became as widespread as it has been, saying that like this shit should be removed. I don't know if it's a glitch or anything, and they kind of just didn't care about it at all. I think it should be removed from the game. And actually, would you guys want the like the increased GP from selling it to it removed?
Yes.
No.
Why not?
That makes it just dead content, doesn't it?
It's been in the game too long, guys.
Shut up. They said
just go
that about
removing
Nightmare Zone, and they
when it's
still
been in the game
nerfed
for
that.
too long.
That was a really good sarcastic answer.
Trickool is never sarcastic. Am I
Well,
right,
No,
Trickool?
never.
Thingy, at the moment it doesn't affect me, so I have no regard for it or whatever. So, yeah.
I have not made contact with anyone through Cybers in 3 months. So.
The only benefit I got from it was some guy bought all my alchable crap from Slayer to sell to the store, and just saved me the tedious alking it whilst doing agility.
Yes.
That's the only benefit I've had from it so far, I think.
Okay, guys. Dreamland put a poll on Reddit about a week ago
Hey.
About a week ago.
in regards to summoning, and I think it only had about 50% of support for it coming into the game, right?
Yes. About 48, I think. I don't know.
Now, do you guys want it coming into the game? Do you think there's any chance that 25% of people will come around and vote yes to it, given that it had such little support?
Ultimately, it depends if Sparkmax behind it. If he's pushing for the votes, there's all the chance it could pass. But at the same time, whether people want it in the game, I want it in the game just because I want to train another skill because I'm bored. Also, it was quite a fast-paced skill to train once you had all the charms and everything, and I reckon it'd be quite fun to do. I don't really have any regard for the perks either because I don't use a Steel Titan for PVMing or anything. There might be benefits when it comes to Slayer, but who cares? They always keep making Slayer faster, so I have little regard for it, really.
First of all, straw polls probably are like the worst way of gathering information. You're
How
only
dare you?
you're only targeting Reddit people, and don't even
You're
have to
not
have
Reddit
a
people,
skip account to
casual.
vote or have the requirements of the game to vote. But at the moment it won't pass, but I think at the end of the year it might pass.
Yeah, I think people could eventually come around to it. I think a good thing to do would be to Jagex could take in like PDC submissions for like tweaks they could do to the skill, because I definitely think it needs to be tweaked.
Agreed.
It was
That's a
it
good
was way
idea.
too overpowered. I reckon I'd like to see that, because like there are a lot of good ideas that players in this game have and have submitted. As the last PDC showed, there were some good submissions with that. I reckon if they did something similar to that, it would be they'd come to a good solution.
Yeah, as in response to the, straw polls not being really a good way to figure it out or whatever, we don't really have any other ways to actually get in contact with the player base other than Reddit, and Reddit is, I just wanted a small idea of what it would sort of look like, but there's only 382 votes, so, I mean, I would want summoning in the game, but with a few tweaks as well.
It is a really small sample size, but there's not really a great way of getting out and pulling it to that kind of audience. So it's not the most accurate way, but it gives some kind of idea on what it's like. And after seeing that, I was really discouraged. I thought there would be a lot more people who were in favor of it, and I hope it does pass. But again, it would take a lot for 25% of people to come around with that. I know some people are going to say like a year ago GE was probably like 50-50, So obviously things can change. We'll see what the attitude of the community is like going forward. But
Well, I did make a straw poll about GE, I think, and I think it had like 1.5k votes or something, where I think it was at 67%. I'm not sure if it was me or
Yeah,
whatever.
I was
Yeah,
about to say it was about
67%, and it was
67.
76.1% that passed. So I mean, it can obviously drastically change, but yeah.
Yeah.
what do you guys think about the video Alkin made this week about 6-hour Nightmare Zone Guthins? Do you think it'll make the problem even more of a problem, or do you think it'll bring light to the problem, giving it a chance at it getting removed?
That video was hilarious, and if you don't understand the sarcasm and satire, then you're an idiot. Furthermore, the problem I have with it is, like, we talked about it right when he released it, but, like, the day afterwards, everybody forgot about it. Like, none of the JMods talked about it, and, like, no, like, people talked about it on Reddit for a day, but that's it. And it's just back to normal. Like, no one's actually doing anything about it. It saddens me.
I did not watch the video. Can anyone like tell me what's about?
He made a
Nothing
guide.
on-
He made a guide on how to do 6-hour Nightmare Zone Guthins, and then showed his gains from doing nothing but sleep, and then talked about how it's broken.
I do not like 6-hour Gotham, so yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. It might bring a sort of light to the problem.
Nah,
But well, I don't know really.
as Trance
'cause-
said, it only brought light to the problem for a day.
Yeah,
Anything,
I
it's just
guess.
rubbed salt in the wound.
But yeah, I haven't watched the video, so I don't really know what everything you talked about. But yeah,
Could threaten to murder
Yeah.
an infant if they don't remove it, and they still wouldn't
Don't.
remove it.
Don't do that.
Brutal. I reckon that's kind of our only way to bring light to some of these subjects. Like, no. Wow, that was super bad. That was super bad. I mean, like, using, like, a popular RuneScape player as, like, the platform to bring light to those problems. Not the baby killer. Trick, you're a baby killer.
you're a
But yeah,
baby killer.
that's pretty much how the only way we can bring light to it. But it didn't really work too well, which is a shame.
Trance Music rank 16 overall will be the Prophet to remove, to bring detention to 6-hour Nightmare Zone. I'm surprised you didn't do it earlier, Trance. It was so beautifully sarcastic. It was something I expected from
Well, I
you.
didn't have enough subscribers. That's the thing.
Hey, the basic skill is not pay the bills, as far as subscribers go.
Like Alkin, that's the perfect person to do it.
That just makes me think of Mr. No Sleep now.
He told me a couple weeks ahead of time that he was gonna do it. I didn't really think after it took a while. I didn't think he was actually gonna do it, and I thought it was a really good video, and like people just aren't caring enough about it. Which, I mean, I kind of feel exactly the same way as Trance feels about it.
Agreed.
What would your guys' last skill be to 200 mil, and why? Would you ever see yourself getting 200 mil in all skills? Why or why not? It's by Kazi.
I do not know what my last tournament skill would be. And I'm not sure if I see myself as ever getting 200 mil all, but yeah.
If you don't see yourself
I would
ever,
expect
if you don't see yourself ever getting 200 mil all, what 200 mils do you know that you'll never get?
Never get. Fuck.
Wood cutting. Bleh.
Shut up. It's good skill. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't know at this point in time.
It's early
Yeah.
days.
Yeah, still got like 10 years left.
Yeah, it's a big commitment.
I would probably say my last ones would be mining, room crafting, and I think that's it. Those are two that I really would never see myself doing, honestly. So I could see myself getting 200 mil all besides mining and rune crafting.
Last stream will probably be like defense or something. Cause I'll do Slayer. Well, I don't know. Cause I might do Slayer if someone comes out. I don't know.
If
Probably
it's
one of
your
the
last
combats.
200 mil. Just sleep for your last 200 mil, it'd be great.
Yeah.
I don't see myself going for 200 mil all. Definitely not. I think 200 mils I will get are agility, thieving, crafting, hunter, maybe fishing. I definitely don't see myself getting mining. I mean, I enjoyed getting 99, but I definitely won't enjoy putting like, what is it, like 3,000 plus hours into 200 mil mining. Yeah, I definitely couldn't see myself doing that one for sure. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Still got a long time to go though.
Yeah, it's early days. I play with the mindset of going for 200 mil all, even though I'll never reach it. Probably generic again. Least favorites would probably, depending on financial status, like if I ever use an alt or anything, I'd probably leave Hunter till last because I didn't like that very much. I didn't like woodcutting at all, and mining wasn't exactly the most amazing thing to do ever. It's just like it's a massive commitment. People don't realize how massive of a commitment it really is. So, yeah.
What would you guys think about a Alk tab, which would require like 2 nature runes and 10 fire runes to create? It'd be something that PVMers could use.
What's the point? I don't really see
Could
it.
I just spam click the tab as quick as I could then, or not?
Alks everything,
I'm
I
not
think.
sure exactly what you
Alk
want.
everything?
Everything.
A full inventory just like gone on a premium trip. Fuck, guys, I need to
Oh
bang.
shit! I out my whip.
No, honestly, I don't see a point to that.
I like the idea of a rune sync, but I think that's a very poor way to go about it.
I think it does have its benefits with it, and it would be a rune sync as well. I'd be okay with it coming in.
I think
Um,
it'd just be dead content. Sorry, man. Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, a rune sync is nice, but it's generally a bad idea to discourage people from doing it themselves, because, like, I don't know. Because the people will be less, like, it's nice that people alk. Like, it's a good thing. Shouldn't take that out, because, like, why would you alk if you can just do this?
Well,
There's gonna be
you would
people
have
who
to
are-
make
there's
the
gonna be
you would have
scammers
to
doing
make
it,
the
too. There's gonna be
rune
people
tabs.
There's gonna be people making, like, maple longbows and shit who are just gonna alk them. Well, actually, that wouldn't be worth it, but, like, I don't know.
I think it'd just be like end up being dead content, just because if you wanted to alk things on a PVM trip, that's what we have a rune pouch for. So you could just put alk runes in a rune pouch,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much the same thing.
I don't get the
Um,
immediate need for this.
Yeah,
Nope.
Fucking
I feel like it'd just be
disconnecting.
pointless.
Come to World 85. I've not DC'd once. Oh, you already are on it.
Other
World
account,
85
other
one.
account, about to die. So, someone brought up bonfires earlier as part of a skill suggestion, but do you guys have any other firemaking updates that you think would be good for it, for the skill?
Um, Fire making updates? I have no ideas.
Neither do I.
That's it. I mean, that's it. There's
Oh.
somebody will come up with something good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's much you can do with that skill, really. It's kind of straightforward, and this is how it is.
Like, it was so useless in RS3, they added a HP boost to it just because they wanted to add something to it. It makes no sense, but they
what?
still added to
Yeah.
it.
Like, you put a fire
HP
down?
boost. No, you think like, you're on a bonfire and you add 5 or more logs to a bonfire with people around it, you
You
get
like
a
like a buff?
HP boost. No, it's just a boost, so like, your max HP would be like 120 instead of 99 if you had 5 magic logs to a bonfire. It just didn't seem needed. It was shoehorned in because firemaking is just such a difficult skill to work with. Like Slayer, you just add new monsters to kill. What the hell can you do with firemaking? Burn new logs, but at the end of the day, the way you train the skill is just going to be the same in essence. You walk backwards in circles, burning your money for some reason.
I don't really have any ideas for it either, aside from uh, Infernal Adze that degrades dragon axes. I think that would be a good idea, but
If you relate that to firemaking, how would you get it via the firemaking skill? I know there'd be a firemaking requirement, but how would you get it with the skill?
well, the way that I put it in, because I talked to Ash about this many, many months ago, I had like a really, really high ass requirement on it, and I said that, like to be able to use it, you would need to. It would be like a post 99 type of an item, because I said like you should have 99 woodcutting, 99 fire making, have all the quests done as well, and it was like a super high ass requirement that really only like a couple hundred people would be able to use, because it's pretty useful. I don't really know. I would have
I
just
don't
had
have any
super high
ideas
requirements
either.
on it.
Other
Yeah.
than bonfires, I don't have any ideas.
Alright, would
I
you...
wouldn't say bonfire's an idea. Bonfire is defiling the skill.
I'm fine with them leaving everything with fire making
Yeah,
exactly how
it's
it
fine the way
is.
it is.
I don't really
Yeah.
think it's set up to be a skill that can be expanded much more than what it is in.
Yeah, agreed.
Would you guys like to see Avian Seas in God Wars drop noted Addy bars? There's been such a huge increase in demand for Addy bars lately, rising the price up to an idiotic price. It would be able to help bring a more steady supply into the game.
I mean, we would have more Addy bars in the game, which I don't really know anything about the Addy bar market as of right
It's
now.
horrible. Idiots are buying shit at like 25, 2600 each. And
I guess
it's
that would
stupid.
help.
Why?
Exactly. Why? It's fucking
Um,
stupid. It's barely worth doing it like 23.50
Oh,
each.
fuck.
Yep, DC.
Yeah,
I've
DC as
disconnected
well.
as well. 85 is
Rip
dead.
off.
World 85, no. It
I,
tanked it
I
for
thought
2
85
hours.
was immune.
It was until you joined it, you prick.
Well, I would love.
I'm so glad they're gonna increase the membership price.
I'd love
Yeah,
to
I want
see
to pay more
them.
to do this.
I'd love to see them start dropping noted Addy bars there. I it would make it a method that a lot of people would end up doing, and I don't see there being any problem with there being an actual supply to lower the price down from the stupid ass price that it is.
Jesus fucking Christ, 5 people locked out at the same time.
Well, I just disconnected too. Everyone's disconnecting. What do you?
Also to that, why didn't they pull that for the Wilderness Diaries, by the way?
They already dropped noted.
Oh yeah, but I mean like just in general, because isn't
What do you
God was?
mean?
Oh wait, would that be?
It's...
God Wars is not in the Wildy.
I mean-
What do you mean?
I meant
Godward
Shoreline.
isn't part of Diaries at all.
Yeah, it's just a misc area, isn't it?
I really don't see why they're not doing it from the start, because that was just a viable method to
Well,
try
Ash
it.
said on Twitter that they didn't do it from the start because they didn't have a way to keep up with the bots or something.
Yeah. I like no daddy bars though.
Didn't they update the bot system?
Yeah, and now they have someone who works banning bots. That wasn't something that we had. Weth wasn't around back when God Wars originally came out.
They should make it. Oh, aren't they doing a what's it called? Near miss poll.
We'll talk
Oh,
about that later in the podcast. I know that if there's a
Don't
question
spoil
about
it.
it.
Sorry.
All right, I'm back in. I had no reply from the login server. I'm back on though.
And I'm
Yeah.
DCing again.
What do you think, Trance?
Oh, what?
Addy bars.
Oh, I mean, I agree with you guys. We need more. Might as well make them. We have Weth to deal with the bots. One there. Circle jerk.
Yeah.
What are your guys' thoughts on the removal of the wilderness ditch? It'll be pulled in the near miss poll coming up. Also, what things were you disappointed that were not on the near miss poll that you were hoping to see? I don't really have much of an opinion on the ditch. I'd rather see it go than stay. Uh, there were a whole lot of other things that were near miss that I I'm disappointed about. But they don't. None of them are really jumping to mind on what I'd like to see. I'd have to like go through the questions to look over some near miss stuff. But there is definitely there's dozens of stuff that got like in between 65 to like 74% vote that they're not polling. I think almost everything that had more than 70% of the vote should be repolled just to see what it's like. I mean, I'm fine with some things that failed, and I don't think we need to repoll some stuff. But if they're gonna repoll shit like this, they should be repolling like the 15 plus things that got more than 70% and failed.
First of all, removing the wilderness ditch would increase nature rune crafting via the abyss by about 400 XP per hour. And
Really? Holy fuck.
I'm a salty nerd, so I'll keep the ditch, bitch.
Hashtag keep the ditch, bitch.
Yep.
That's
Get it trending.
egregious because that hashtag makes me laugh.
Get it
That's all I gotta
trending.
say.
Get it
I think we
trending,
need-
boys.
We
gonna
definitely need
tweet
to
it now.
remove it.
I'm gonna tweet it now.
Hashtag. Fuck. Wait.
Remove the ditch,
Did it.
bitch.
Yeah.
The only reason the ditch was put in was because dumbass kids kept getting lured. Like, don't enter the wilderness if with your items on you. If somebody asks you to, like, you know, if you think someone's trying to gain your trust and take you out on a little trip to the wilderness, don't trust them. Like, it's that simple. It's easy.
Oh, wait. I wouldn't. I'll just take here because Tricky is obviously not paying attention.
No, I've already answered. Keep the
Oh,
ditch, bitch.
fuck. I'm not paying attention then. Yeah, keep the ditch, bitch, first of all. That's the first thing. As for near miss pulls, yeah, I guess the 70% thing sounds about right. Yeah.
I do really wish that they would pull a lot more things in there that they haven't already touched on, but I don't know.
They did just pull, what's it called, grimy herbs, didn't they?
Yeah, that wasn't near miss.
that-
It failed by a fuck ton.
Yeah, in the beginning, didn't they? Yeah. That was pretty good.
Alright, this is from Axelix. Have you ever considered changing the Hexis ranking system? Still keeping it at 250 EHP rank requirement, but changing the rank margins of captain, lieutenant, and so on. I think we only have a little bit more than a handful of people who are top 25, and I think Razor is the only one who has a bronze
active.
star.
Yes.
The other bronze stars have gold stars.
We've got no one who's really close to silver, haven't we?
Oh yeah. He's about to get there.
Isn't Viper Kai silver now?
Yeah, there's five
Yeah.
guys are silver. Razor and there's another person, Trance. Yeah, he's a thingy, isn't he? He's a
And
bronze.
Jins. I mean, like,
And Acid Soul if he ever comes back from the dead. But he's dropping down a bit, I think. He'll be 3 bananas soon. Oh yeah, Ging is a poo star as well.
I am too. I think I'm the silver. Yeah, I'm silver, but
You're a silver.
it's an interesting
Um,
topic. It's something I definitely thought about before, but I didn't.
Is
I mean,
the very
didn't
steep
we
level
have
gap.
how
isn't
many
it?
silver stars did we have about a year ago from now?
A year ago, we probably had
Including-
like
including
4 or
generals
5.
not?
Well, just
We had-
okay, just like stars in general then.
We had Rain, Acid Soul,
Lala.
Adam, Lela, and there was one more.
User.
User, yeah. We had those 5. Randy was still a little bit, at the bottom. Oh, and Vestfold, of course.
I don't really know. Like, as for the top 250, should still be kept. Yeah. But I'm not sure what they would be changed to. Really.
I like how elitist it is. It aspires me to do better.
I would have literally no
aspire to do
idea
better
on
even.
what to change it to apart from what it's currently
It
at.
just doesn't seem necessary, really. It's been the same since Leo had the clan, so why change it? It's not broken. Don't fix it.
Got a valid point, I guess.
Yeah, I like it how it is. I have thought before about changing it, but ultimately I thought that it was good how it was. Alright, this is from Performed. They say, can Bodhi be on the podcast? They'd like to hear his opinion since he's not an elite skiller, still plays a lot. And also, would you guys want other non-Hexis members on the podcast? I've never talked to Bodhi before. I don't know if he knows who any of us are, so I don't know how we'd even be able to get into contact of getting him to be on it. I don't know if he'd want to be on it.
I'm pretty sure he knows about Hexis, but yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't these days?
Hexis is just a meme, though.
Yeah.
Fucking disconnection. Oh my god!
I love how when they found the shop method, everyone's like, oh, it's a Hexis method, it's a Hexis method. When Solis found it, we just got all the credit because we're the meme of Reddit.
I reckon it'd be fun to have him on.
I'd like to hear some other people. Yeah.
I'd like to hear everyone's, really, because we're all very biased because, you know...
I was thinking on asking Vegeta to come on today. Although, he would, I don't know, I mean, he's not in the clan, but he's a Smiley who's been around for months and months, so I don't know. He would kind of have, like, the same mentality as us. We would kind of have to, like, branch out to reach, like, a random person, I guess.
I'd love to see other people's views on it.
Yeah, I would love to have Bodhi on. He's a really good player. I'm a big fan of his. If anybody watching knows Bodhi or has a way of getting in contact with him, yeah, we'd love to have him on. Or just spam, next time you watch Bodhi stream, spam his chat, like Hexis' Swamp or some shit, and he'll...
What the fuck?
Maybe he'll come on.
Smork, Hexis' Swamp, Smork.
Oh god.
I'm not sure if you were sarcastic or not, but I do agree with you.
No, I would love to have him on.
I wouldn't
love to have
mind
other
I
it.
just don't know how we
views,
can get in
really.
contact with them. I'm sure someone watching has to be friends with them.
Yeah, because, you
Maybe
know,
he's even
everyone in the
watching
world
this,
watches
so.
Hexis podcast.
He would have a really different point of view, which I would be interested in hearing.
I'd like to see it as well, yeah.
Fucking disconnection.
Alright, so, what do you guys think the top ranked players are going to do when they run out of easy 200 mils to do? You could apply this to
Yeah,
your
just
you could apply this to yourself as well, really.
Yeah, I think I'll do that as well. Because when the top ranked players run out of easy 200 mils to do, they're just going to do hard ones. Like, pretty simple. But I don't know. I'm not maxed yet, but I'm pretty close to max.
Maxing on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah.
So it's pretty close.
Dreamy on
Pretty
Monday.
excited.
Case on
Hopefully if
Tuesday.
this fucking decrep's
Yeah.
stops.
But I think I'll just do like all the fun 200 mils, and once I run out of them, obviously just do the hard ones.
I really hate myself for stuff that I said about top pages because I was very arrogant and closed-minded about what I said. But, you know, when they run out of the quote-unquote fast 200 mils, it doesn't change the fact that they're all really quite good players like Adam and, you know, all those lot, they still invest a hell of a lot of time into the game, a hell of a lot more than I could. So at the end of the day, they're still going to keep up with the progress, just not on the XP front, really. So saying they run out of fast skills doesn't mean, you know, they're just going to stop playing. They're just going to go slower in an essence, like XP wise, I mean. But it'll be interesting to see when they run out of the fast ones.
For me, I would probably move on to Slayer. I know that that's easy, but it's really long. It's still a whole lot of XP though per hour. I would consider easy 200 mils being every single buyable, thieving, cooking, and yeah. So I mean that it's gonna take a while to get all of those because it still takes a lot of time and a whole lot of money. And after that, I'd probably just move on to Slayer because it's a lot better XP per hour than like the non-buyables. But that's what I'm planning on doing.
I'm not really sure what the top players are gonna do, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna do either, really. I mean, if they run out of easy 200 mils, I guess they could move on to Slayer, because that is decent XP an hour.
It's like
if you buy all the
180.
ability.
It's like at least it's in the vicinity of 180k total XP per hour.
Yeah, exactly. And then they also have Honda, which is like 150k an hour. So they also have construction, which is really expensive, but so is firemaking. Like they still have a lot of easy skills to do.
The only thing that would stop me from saying Slayer as easy is how long-winded it is. Other than that, it's just set up your cannon, sit in a corner, and AFK.
Hmm.
But the length of it, it's like 5.3k hours, isn't it?
Yep.
It'll probably be 4K soon enough.
Hey, and you
Like
get
a
to real
day.
summoning with it. Yeah, hey.
Maybe.
Do you guys think it's possible for a new player starting now to get on the front page of the high scores?
Absolutely, it is possible. Yeah.
I I really don't know. It would take a whole lot of commitment to get there. It would take them nearly 3,000 hours to max, and
It's already happened.
name name one legit instance of someone.
Link's Titan.
He had been
Nova
playing.
Life.
He had been playing.
He's not top page.
Yeah, actually, he's
well,
not.
he is. He will be when he maxes.
But he was playing the whole time, just runecrafting.
Link's Titan is a unique specimen.
Yeah.
Specimen.
I genuinely don't believe someone could start today and get an account on the front page within.
They couldn't
if
be
they
a noob,
swapped
but if
money-
he was like an RS3 player who knew how to play the game, they could. Like if
Yes,
Drum
and
Gun,
if they
if
swapped
Drum
the
Gun
money-
did it, Drum Gun could do it,
Oh.
but not a noob. Not a new noob.
They knew exactly what to do. Then yeah, we've seen this in RuneScape 3 as well. The fastest max in RuneScape 3 is 40 days,
Wow.
for
What?
example.
39
40
days.
days.
39 days and 8 hours, actually, but
That's
I'll
Are you
let
sure?
you
I,
off.
I thought I saw 40.
I'll let you off.
Wow.
I can
What do
find
you
the
reckon the
picture in a
quickest? What do you reckon the quickest to max in old school has been?
Probably Vior.
Yeah.
What about
Oh,
legit
it's
to max?
funny because I was about to say Silly Apple.
I know when I.
Debrum's
did it quickly,
still
but-
maxed really fast.
Deborah
Yeah.
did it in 8 months, for Christ's sake.
And when Slayer was slower as well.
At the
Yeah.
at the time that I actually Michael did a whole lot of Slayer. I might have maxed faster than the 10 that did before me in terms of like actual time played. Let's see who's recently maxed who might have done it really efficiently.
Evil Oak.
I reckon Evil Oak did it really quick.
Yeah,
But she did do
So did
200 mil
Link's Titan.
Hunter.
Yeah.
You can't just subtract every post 99. Stuff like that. I don't
What do
know.
you mean? I don't know. I don't really have a clue who may have maxed the fastest other than Vior. I'm gonna stick with him. Alright, what is the stupidest thing you guys did on RuneScape back in the day when you were a noob?
If we're talking about just old school, I was never really that big of a noob.
Nah, like way
but-
back in the day.
Yeah, way back in the day. God, I used to fucking like safe spot the damn hobgoblins in Remington on free to play, and I would like telegraph the import routes and shit. Yeah.
That actually reminded me of my newbiest, stupidest kind of thing. I was looking through like old pictures of like RuneScape screenshots I've had from back in the day, and there was there was a picture of me achieving a Slayer level. It was something like 73 Slayer. I'm safe spotting black demons with a
Ow.
dragon halberd
Oh,
and a torso and dragon legs.
oh boy.
And I'm thinking to myself, what was I doing? Because black demons is such a good task. I just like slaughtered it.
I remember I went on holiday to Spain, and I don't know if you have that, but you like pay €1 and you can have like 5 minutes on the computer.
Yes.
So I went and killed some blue dragons. Went to go get a drink. Well, my mum had bought me a drink of Coke from the bar. I went to go and get that when AFK died and ran out of money, so I couldn't run back to get my stuff. And boy, I'd forgot. We were there for a week, and I'd forgotten it. And I came home, and I was like, "Oh fuck!"
That's hilarious.
I was so distraught. Like I wouldn't speak to anyone for the rest of the night. I was just sitting in the corner, being moody, drinking my
How
Coke.
old were you at that time?
Oh, it's probably about 2007. So, what would I be then? About 10, 9 or 10. Dude, I was so distraught. It ruined the holiday for me. It's just awful.
Alright. For me, I remember as soon as I got like 40 fishing or whatever it was for lobsters, I was still free to play at the time. And for some reason, I thought it was a good idea to fish lobsters on Karanja and go like take the boat back to Port Sarum and sell my lobsters to the fishing guy there at that store. And I did that for like probably like 5 hours or something in one night when I was newbie as fuck. It was probably like the first month that I'd been playing. I was 12 probably at the time, something like that, like 2006.
Oh, I was a fucking idiot when I played back in whatever. You know the scam people do with like, here, just give me your personal details. I'll give you 40 Gothic sets or whatever it's called. I fucking
Nah,
did
it
that
was
and lost my
trimming armor.
account.
It was trimming armor.
Yeah, it's trim armor or whatever. I fucking did that and lost my account. Yeah.
I've got another one that I think might be worth sharing. This was back before construction was in the game, and I hadn't done any of the quests to get to the Ectofunctus. I got my prayer level up to 43 by killing baby blue dragons.
Randy kills babies.
in that I remember getting that shit because my cousin was the one who introduced me to the game, and I originally started playing just to get better than him, and that was one of the first stats that I got to be higher than him, and I had like the protect from melee, so I just was following him around with that prayer up just to kind of show him that I was better. That was pretty newbie.
I don't know if you'd call this next one newbie, but I just remembered it. So I have a younger brother who's about 2 years younger than me, and he always used to see me playing RuneScape, and he wanted to play it. So I started making an account for him without considering the consequences. It's reduced my hour of RuneScape a day to 30 minutes because he had to have a go.
Sharing the
So I
same
changed
computer?
Yeah, I changed his password so he couldn't go on his account, and I got more time on the computer playing RuneScape.
You were fucking mean.
It was
Ruthless.
fantastic.
That
He trusted me to
is
make him the account,
horrible.
And he changed his details so
God.
he couldn't play.
You were horrible.
And there's like, oh, sorry, man, maybe you just need to make a new one. It's like, oh, but I've just gotten so far. I was about to get 30 wood cut in. And he didn't bother making a new one because he'd just feel like he'd lose it again. And I
You
was
made
just
your
like,
brother quit.
yeah.
You
That
monster.
is
And I was just,
terrible. You are a horrible person.
think how strategic it was, Randy. I increased my time on the computer by 100% just from doing that scummy move.
That's more scummy than them introducing bonds into the game through free to play.
Yeah.
Ow.
Blackmail your brother.
I didn't blackmail him. It was proper sneaky. I woke up at 6 o'clock and changed the password really quickly.
Terrible.
Wow.
My condolences to your brother.
Again, that was like 2007 as well. So I was only a kid.
Man, you did that to like an 8-year-old kid?
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You were a cold kid. Gave
He
no
was
fucks.
alright. He wasn't too upset about it, but
Did you ever tell him that that was you?
no.
Wow.
You taking that secret to the grave?
Just like random thing 8 years later saying at the dinner table.
Okay, I'm not going to go
Oh yeah,
up
by
to
the
my
way, I
brother
changed your
now.
password to your RuneScape account in 2007.
Yeah.
You should tell him that though, just to see what he has to say.
Probably
Are
tell
you
me to fuck
fucking
off.
serious?
Tell me to go away or something.
That would be awesome.
But yeah, that was fun.
Wow.
God.
Would you guys want your friends list to be organized by alphabetical order? Like, whether they're offline or online, you could, if they're online, it's sorted by alphabetical order. People who are online, people who are offline, that would be sorted as well. I think that would be a great update to the game. I don't know if it would be difficult to do or not, though.
Don't think so.
I have 7 people on my friends list, so
7.
I don't really care. Yeah.
Based on their problems they've had with friendless updates in the past, I feel like that would be a big deal for them to do that. So I don't really care. But if it's gonna take them a lot of time to do, then don't bother.
I have 16 people on my friends list, by the way, and I don't really care. I wouldn't mind it, but you know.
I'd like it. I like it to where it could be
Yeah, I still think
maybe
it'd be
like
cool.
customizable. Like you could just group
Oh,
certain
yeah.
people.
Alright, who is your guys' favorite smiley in the Hexis CC, and why?
Wake stock. Oh
Hey.
boy.
Rest in peace.
Poor Wake stock. Rip in
Mine
peace,
would have to
working
be.
for £2 an hour.
Yeah, what happened to him, by the way? Where's he going?
He works.
He
He
failed-
works for
he
a
failed
job,
his-
and he makes
yeah.
less than minimum wage.
Wow.
He failed his A-level exam, so they wouldn't let him do another year of school, I don't think.
Oh,
So,
shit.
he had to get a job, and he started the job when he was 17. It was an apprenticeship, so you get apprenticeship minimum, and he was under 18, so he got the minimum for that as well, so he was on like $2.69 an hour or something, but that was pretty funny.
It'd be like $5 an hour for us Trance.
Yeah,
That's
That's awful.
I logged in for the first time in 2 weeks after revising for my exams, and I was like, how's revision going? Well, like jokingly, he's like, pretty good. Did 130 hours smithing week in his week before his exams, so is it any wonder? But yeah, I love Wakestock. He's my best
I
chum.
like to see him return.
I love him so much. He's fantastic.
If you were working, how much does he work? Like 50, 60 hours a week?
6 till 6, 5 days a week,
What?
I think.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Ah,
It's just like Clayton.
And he makes
He
five.
works
He
like
makes
9
like
hours a
$5 an hour. I
Shit.
would rather play RuneScape and sell GP than work for $5 an hour. You could make more than that playing RuneScape, dude, easily.
Yeah, easy. Mm.
I feel bad. I feel really bad for him. That's horrible.
I also like Jesus as well. He's someone who's been a smiley like before I could remember. I think he's quite nice. Still don't know why I won't join, but whatever.
I'd say my favorite Smiley's probably Vegeta. He has a lot of the
Oh yeah.
has a lot of the
About
same
Vegeta.
interests as me. So
Can we class Chauster as a smiley or not? He's a smiley in the team speak. I like him. He's easy to get along with.
yeah.
And Vegeta. I like Vegeta.
There's a lot of really cool Smileys.
And Goku.
He's not a Smiley.
Rip.
Alright, what are your guys' thoughts on the Dragon Defender, and have you gotten one yet?
Yep, got mine already. I got my first one in 12 kills,
Wow.
that RNG. And then about 50 kills later I got my placeholder. So I got it done pretty quickly. My thoughts on the Dragon Defender. I don't think it was needed. Pretty pointless update. Rune Defender was good enough as it was. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for that.
I have not gotten a Dragon Defender, no. I don't really see a point in adding one, and I don't really like the design of it.
Yeah, the way they did it was just kind of pointless. Like all they did was they put him in a new room and increased their damage by like 50%, and that's about it.
Still weak as fuck though, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're still like easy as shit. So I don't get what the point of it was, but whatever.
I got my Dragon Defender. There are so many people doing it, and something that needs to be looked at is the XP per hour. I might go back and try to do those for a full hour, cause like 2 HP rocking it with Piety, I was getting around 130k attack XP per hour, which was pretty fucking insane. And
Yeah, but you gotta get the tokens.
yeah, you have to get the tokens. That is true, but it could be a pretty good training method. It was so fast. I don't think it was a needed update either. There was nothing wrong with the Rune Defender.
There's no real need to introduce it. I just wanted a dark red reskin of the original Rune Defender, but yeah, I didn't see the urgency for it. Didn't see why it was necessary to add.
I think the icon of it, like in your inventory, looks pretty cool. But
I don't like how it looks
It
wheeled.
just ruins the simplicity of the game.
I would
What?
have settled for a simple, just red
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, I
easily.
wanted that. Like for a D pick, I just wanted a red head on a rune pickaxe.
Yeah.
It'd just be simple, beautiful, old school. But yeah, I got one. I was doing the pest control crap for achievement diaries, and the vet boat wasn't running, so I went thinking it was going to take me an hour, and it took me 2 minutes. Also had a friend who was telling me he'd been dry for like 2 hours, 3 hours, not gotten one, and he was killing them in the wrong room. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's pretty funny. He wouldn't let me his bandos to go and kill them, so I was just killing them in. I think I was killing them in Monk's Rows because that's the scope of my PVM gear these days. Is monk robes and prey melee.
Have you guys gotten any of the achievement diary Rex so far, like the miscellaneous things like a KQ head, White Knight Master, Void, shit like that? I haven't done any of it, and I don't plan on doing any of it soon. But I don't. What about you guys?
I had all of that crap done, besides a few, like before it was even announced. Because I used to actually enjoy doing that shit for some reason. Like Quest Cape was the first cape I got and all. But yeah, the kudos and chompy kills, Black Knight kills, Bones to Peaches, God spells, Fire Cape, Quest Cape was all just crap I'd already done, just because I was bored.
I think the only ones I've really gotten done so far is probably the Quest Cape and the Fire Cape. I'm not sure. I don't remember all of them. But
Send you a
yeah,
link
I
to it
haven't
if you
really,
want.
I haven't done any of them other
Yeah,
than those really. So yeah,
there you go. If you don't know
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
let me see.
I've just been like focusing on Max at the moment, so I haven't really done anything. But
Yeah, I wouldn't
as soon
prioritize
as
this crap over
yeah,
Max.
as soon as
No
I
way.
max, I'll start getting them done because I want to do all of the elites, obviously.
Matt really powered through them. He got
Yeah,
them done in like
he got them
two
really fast.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, Mogre Mini Quest. Obviously, I haven't done that. Yeah, yes, I have.
you have to have done it, I think.
Yeah, I know. That's a requirement. It's
Yeah.
the easiest requirement of all.
Just go through 3 dialogue options, throw a vial at a fishing spot, and kill a Moga.
And you're done.
Alright, who do you guys think has the best Twitter in Hexis? The person who submitted it said Trance has the best, and I'm a close, and then I'm a close second. I wouldn't consider myself anywhere close to Trance.
Thank you. I was gonna
Trance
say that.
is way, way better than me. I don't
You
really.
have the best tweets of Hexes.
Yeah, Trance is got the best Twitter in Hexis easily.
At Trance Gains. At Trance Gains.
You just
more followers than you.
got sarcasm that I can't really get bored of. But I do like how Randy always starts arguments. I'm always there to bang out a couple of favourites and retweets to stir the pot. What I'm good at.
I really don't think it's close. Trance is really the
Yeah,
best.
Chance does win by a long shot.
Also, I didn't answer the last question, but I have all the Rex done now, so.
Really?
Did you enjoy doing them?
No. But no, well, the thing is though, I enjoyed. Actually, nice KQ. After I got the hang of it, it was kind of fun. But honestly, I was so burnt out from the month record. I was kind of just wanting to chill out, anyways.
Yeah, I can see
Did you
that.
leech all BA rolls or just
Yeah,
Defender?
just small.
Did it cost?
20
Did you
mil,
pay
man.
money?
From
Yeah.
Sea Boots.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
how long were you in the queue for?
Like 2 days.
Yeah, I was in the queue for a day and I got kicked because some guy said I was trying to scam him for buying sharks 800 each, and I bought like 90k for 760 each today. So I was kicked out the queue, so that's when I thought, fuck doing the requirements. I'd been waiting for a fucking day.
wow. I would not want to. Trance, how quickly did you do it leeching off of them, and how much
Like
did you
4
pay?
hours.
5
8
mil a
mil,
roll,
4
wouldn't it?
hours, but it saves probably like 5 or 6 hours.
And you pay 20 mil?
18.
Fuck that. Jesus.
I just don't think the rewards outweigh the sacrifice for those, to be
Probably, they
honest.
probably don't.
What-
But I just want to.
What
The RCXP does. I get maybe.
what part of the
You know,
diaries
it's
is
lamp,
that even for?
Remy
Firemaking.
Elite.
Fremenic and
And it's
they
pointless
sound
because
like
Seaboots does
shit.
nothing other than a free teleport to Relic every day.
What?
So bad.
Jesus.
Or unlimited teleport, sorry.
I don't really see how that's too useful.
I go to Relica every day to change my character's colours of his shoes. I need this, okay? I need this.
Is.
Will you guys be doing any flipping when the GE comes out?
I'll probably test it out, especially like the first day. People might be. I'm gonna try to find out what items people are dumping and try to make it some good deals on that. But I don't think flipping will be better than nature rune crafting. It'd have to be like 3 mil an hour. There's kind of a lot, unless you have like a bunch of alts doing it. In which case you wouldn't do rune crafting anyways. So
I'm gonna do flipping in the when G is gonna be released. I'm probably mainly gonna do it whenever I'm doing any buyables in the future, and yeah.
No, I don't think I'll do that. I've never really been much of a merchanter anyway, but I am excited for the GE to come out just for its convenience.
I'm lazy. I know how to do it. I know what to do it with, but I just won't because I can't be asked. It takes, especially because the G is only going to be accessible from one point, which is something I don't like. It's just not going to be worth my time, I don't think, really, unless some massive items get released, like that would be really, really good to flip. You used to do rares and like Ellies and Divines, which were pretty nice ones to do if you knew what you were doing. But of
We
course,
don't have divine.
we don't have Divines, and rares are worth 5k each. So, I know what to do. Whether I can be asked doing it is another question.
I've never done any flipping before at all. It would be a new experience to me. It's something I'd like to try out, although I don't know how much money I want to put into it to flip. I know that you need more and more money to make more and more, but I have a whole lot of money
Yeah.
invested into like skill and supplies, so it's something.
But,
It's
yeah.
something I would like to do. Whether or not I get around to doing it is to be seen. Do you?
As Dreamy wants to, when he does buyables, it's just restricting the amount of money you could invest into supplies, really.
Yeah.
And unless you have about... Oh, Drowns used to do flipping really well, and to do flipping effectively for about 5 mil an hour, you needed about 4 bill. So, it's just
Well,
the
yeah,
scope
but-
of it, it's just ridiculous. But once you got good at it, and once you had enough money to invest into it, you could really make some easy money.
He said in the description of that video that he made 8 to 20 mil a day for 5 minutes of work.
Yeah. Because he'd do Divines, wouldn't he? And the Divines are like 800 mil
He
each.
did divine, yeah.
You just have offers in for like 6 or 7 of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
You always see in his videos Grand Exchanges finished buying Divine Spirit Shield.
2 out of 3, yeah.
Yeah,
You'd have to like do a non-Bible, like you'd have to be rune crafting, doing agility or anything like
Yeah.
that to really get the most use out of it. It's something I could see myself doing after I finish up crafting and fletching, though, for sure. Alright, this is something I saw on Reddit that's been a little bit more of a popular subject lately.
I've seen this twice today.
Is do you think Jagex doesn't want old school to outshine RS3? Because you're going first on that, so go ahead and talk about what you've seen. And what
Oh
you
wait,
think.
no, I was thinking of the other question, the Jagex support forgery thing. I don't really know what it means by outshine
Well,
RS3.
Alright, so
Kind of more bright.
like they're not really like if you go to RuneScape.com, like 95% of the homepage is RS3. Someone posted a picture. I wish I could find it.
Oh, is that the like side by side?
Yeah, split like play here, old school RuneScape here, RS3 here, and then it would take you to their own home pages. Like they just really don't.
But if they restrict the screen slides, they can't bang in all these promotions.
No, like just when you enter RuneScape.com.
If you go to RuneScape.com,
Shit.
if you go to
If you just say
RuneScape.com, it would then bring you up to a screen that says, click here for old school, click here for RS3. I think that's what it should be like.
Here, found it.
Well, how many people play RS3? Because we're on like 30k.
70k.
30k. No, is that total or just RS3?
I'm not sure. It just says that on the website.
Because if it's split 35-35, then there is absolutely no reason. It's just
Wait, let me just
restricting
check
their
on this
scope.
now. Because I'm not sure if it's just for RuneScape 3 or if it's like combined. Because
I'd be
there's
very surprised if
72,000 right now.
105k people total are playing this shit.
Well, that's a
I'm not sure.
nice way to put it. I think they want RS3 to remain the most popular of the two games.
At the end of the day, that's where all the microtransactions are.
Yeah, exactly, I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think old school was pretty close to being just like like part of RuneScape 3. Like you hop to the old school world and your stats and everything are transferred over. Like I think it was actually pretty close to just being that.
When?
I don't know why I think that. Like at the beginning of the game.
Oh. I don't know. I really don't. I think they would be disappointed if old school became bigger, more popular than RS3. So there was a player named Thoboyne who was hacked by someone using a fake Twitter to contact Jagex support. There was also someone who posted on Reddit of the same thing happening today. You can see the link there. Have you guys kind of lost faith in the system? I mean, people are able to hack your account by making a fake Twitter. What do you guys think about all that?
Alright, yeah, it's pretty malicious that people are doing that at the moment, but it is the internet, so you've got to be as safe as you can, really.
I mean, you could be like these people who have been getting hacked have had like their email has been having two-step, their account has had authenticator, they've had bank pins and all of this shit and all of that, and they're still getting hacked because of how careless Jagex support has been on Twitter.
Yeah, Jagex haven't really done much apart from they're like, oh, watch out for the fake mod accounts. I mean, that's pretty much all they've been doing. They haven't done much to really help out the players, and aside from the authenticator, obviously that was good. But it's kind of baffles me that people still get hacked through those things.
I think you're no. It's not the fake Jagex support account. It's a real Jagex support account, but somebody made a Twitter. Like somebody, I could make a Twitter call it TheCaseAce and message them, and they would like think I'm you, and they would remove the authenticator.
Oh, they would believe it. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is cheeky as fuck.
That is insane.
Wasn't there someone
But
who
it's
also got...
Jagex fault. It's absolutely despicable that's the best way to contact Jagex support is through Twitter.
Yes, we need another
Scary.
system of contact with them other than fucking Twitter.
The rest of it's all bullshit automated toss, though, isn't it?
Let's do it through Facebook.
No, Google Plus needs more love, guys.
Through YouTube. No, but really, the system that we currently have in which we should, like, the way we contact the JMods as of right now is just fucked up. Really, it's just... They could have like, I'm not sure if they could easily do this, but, like, maybe do something, because I know the Jagex support account it's like 24-hour thing you can contact them in, or something like that, 9 to 9 or something weird. And, I mean, wouldn't there be some way to do that on the actual site? As some sort of, like, contact system, like, I don't know, call it JMod, something weird. I'm not sure. I just don't like the whole Twitter thing.
I don't like how dependent we are on social media these days, so that's just as a whole.
I think it is absolutely disgusting that these players have been hacked through that, and I could not imagine being in that situation. I would be so fucking pissed off. I think that the players who have been hacked through that need to be refunded their items, because it's not like their account wasn't secure. It is the Jagex mods literally being ignorant as fuck and pretty much letting the account get hacked. They're kind of initiating the hack to happen. I know that they said that the Thoboyne guy lost more than $1 billion. That is insane. It's ridiculous.
It's not even his fault. It's theirs.
It really, like, if it was say if it was my fault that I downloaded a bot and the bot hacked me, then I deserved it. Like, but these people are victims of the carelessness of the shit system that there is, and I think it is ridiculous.
Hallelujah.
I really
Yeah.
thought they'd be smart enough to not use something like a social
Well-
media platform to deal with these situations. I know, that
The
sounds
normal
weird, right?
person is smart enough, but you got to
Yeah.
remember, Jagex is about as competent as an ape. So of course they're not.
They used to be super strict on the whole, we only contact you via your account inbox or something, via the official website,
Yeah,
and it's weird that they've branched out to social media now.
Hmm.
it's scary. I know that they said like watch out for fake JMod accounts. I am more scared of Jagex support than I am of any other fake Twitter. I'm not stupid. I know I'm not gonna get scammed or hacked or anything like that through a fake JMod or a fake Jagex support. I am scared of the real Jagex support and the carelessness that they could do.
Did you see that
Have
Reddit
done.
post the other day where like some guy was trying to get in contact with this Jack support Twitter, and he said like my account was locked or something weird, and they just respond with "good to hear" and something weird. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Yeah, let me try finding it.
That's
Uh,
it.
I think it was a mistake, but you know.
I've lost faith in the system. It's a terrible system as well. Man, and I cannot express how bad I feel for those who have been hacked through the carelessness of those working the Jagex support Twitter. It is disgusting. So, how do you guys feel, or how will the GE personally affect how you progress towards 200 mil all, or just any of the goals that you have as well? For me, it's gonna change fletching. I'm gonna do fletching, doing darts, and it's gonna be a lot easier to do that. That's really the first thing that comes to mind for me. So, just gonna stick with
I
that.
just love how it makes everything more convenient. I don't have to constantly have my private on. I don't have to constantly be refreshing Zybez and updating my offers and everything. I can just bang in an offer for Magic Seeds, Palm Seeds, and whatnot, and just leave it there. Whilst I do agree that it ruins the old school feel to an extent, I just think the pros outweigh the cons so massively that there's no use bitching about it because it's amazing.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that point you made about the pros outweighing the cons. Definitely agree.
What's the cons? It
Yeah.
ruins the old school feel. What are the pros? Oh, I don't have to trade some fuckwit trading me 2 unnoted battle staffs.
Oh, hey, they had 7.
Hey,
And the
then he
second
went and got
time-
another save.
Dude, alright, so there was this guy who, I'm doing crafting, so I'm buying battle stabs, air orbs, other orbs, things like that. And there was this guy who, first, I was in World 46 of Rock West, which is one of the 3 or 4 worlds that I actually use, and it's not a busy bank. And he had me added, and he sat in the bank for about 30 seconds, and he was like, "Where are you at?" He was about 7 squares away or so, and I said, "Right click around, you gotta earn it." You know, that's something. It's kind of a dick. I know it's a dick move, but really, there's no more than 5 people at any bank stall. You could find me within 4 seconds. Just right click the bank booths. Not there, not there, not there, not there, not there. Oh, there he is. Trade. It's
Yeah.
it's easy to find someone in the bank. So that was something that I did for a while. Was just like, look around, don't be shy. Things like that.
That's funny. I like that.
I was selling. Are you finished or not?
No, there's still more.
Yeah,
And
sorry.
he found me about 20 seconds after that, and he traded me, and he had 7 unnoted battle stabs. And I thought
dear.
I thought to myself, oh my god. And eventually I gave him the money for it, and he said, "I can get you more if you like."
Oh god.
And I said, I said more would be fantastic. The more, the better. And he was like, "All right, I'll get some more, and I'll talk to you later when I got more." About 2 minutes later, he came up and traded me. You know, this motherfucker ran over to Zaf, or is that his name? Zaf.
Yeah.
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 He bought 8 battle stabs from him, and then traded me again. And I reluctantly paid him, and he said, "I can get more too." I said, "No, thank you." It's, like it,
Uh,
I'm glad I won't have to deal with stuff like that again.
I was selling sharks today. Some guy comes up to me, gives me 9k. I give him 9 sharks, and he's asked me to unnote them. That made me laugh.
Oh,
I was just like, you
Jesus.
cheeky bastard.
Why would you Whatever.
I just
Sad.
ignored him.
all right, Trance. What are you gonna use your room crafting money on now?
I don't know.
There you go.
All right, Case. You talk about this one.
All right. So
Answer.
I don't have
Good
any.
answer.
I have 5 mil to my name right now. So
Have you not sold
What the
them
he-
yet?
no.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Well, so recently there was a streamer that started streaming RuneScape for like the past week and a half, 2 weeks. His name's Cooper Trooper. Some of you may have seen him, and recently he got swatted, and I don't know if anyone, like a lot of people should know what that is, but essentially what it is that somebody finds out where you live, finds out your address, and it's essentially a prank where they call up a SWAT team and they get it sent to your house. Now, it's a prank, yeah, but it's a pretty like malicious act, and I just wanted to talk about what people think of swatting, and like what, yeah, like sort of just talk about it in general, what our thoughts are on it. So me personally, the video was pretty like heart-wrenching. Like he was like pretty much crying on stream, and apparently the guy who called up the SWAT team actually like fired a gunshot or gunshots, and yeah, really made it seem realistic. So the SWAT team thought, look, we're going into like the worst possible situation here, and apparently, you know, 20 plus SWAT come to the door pointing guns at his 10-year-old brother. His mother's there as well because he still lives with his mom and his parents, and yeah, it was just a pretty big ordeal. So just wanted to see what you guys think about swatting.
Yeah, it's absolutely despicable. I guess like it has to be a felony. Like
Yeah.
a very
Oh,
serious,
if for
very serious.
for the
felony.
guy
It's
calling
just
that
like wasting
in.
police time, though, isn't it? Really.
It's not even like it's, and they have a really good chance at a really strong case for a lawsuit. I'm sure too.
Yeah.
They
ever catch
the guy who called that in needs to be going to prison for that. It's you can't fuck around with that kind of stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm going into law enforcement, and that's so you can't fucking do stuff like that. That is, it's disgusting that someone would do that and think that it'd be funny enough to do it as a joke. That I think swatting is ridiculous, and those who are calling that in need to have severe punishments for it. Swift actions on them as well. Dude should be, man, fuck that dude. I man, I don't really have much words. That's just fucked up.
Refer
Yeah.
to it as like a joke and a prank, but they're supposed to make you laugh. The last thing I'd be doing if I got swatted was laugh. The first thing I'd do is fucking shit my pants. If someone runs in pointing a gun at me, I don't know what my first reaction would be.
Yeah,
I live
I'd
in England. I've
freeze.
never seen a gun. God damn it. But yeah, I couldn't imagine. I've seen people get swatted on stream. Kutra, I saw him get swatted on stream, and I just couldn't imagine what the fuck he must have been thinking. He must have just been so scared because he's got a wife, I think. And oh fuck me, I'd be so petrified.
Yeah, same.
It's ridiculous. I had never heard of it before. We had just talked about it, and Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What is your guys' favorite animated movie of all time? Alright, this is the non-RuneScape related topics, so we're moving on to
Oh my
that
God,
now,
what
I
the
guess.
fuck is the question after this?
That was actually submitted by Dream, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute. What's your favorite animated movie of all time?
Animated movie. Is this like is anime or just like any
Animated.
animated?
Just animated
movie?
Either.
in general.
It's like
Animated.
it could be DreamWorks or Pixar or anything, can't it? Really?
Oh, cool, cool. Well, the Pokemon movie that was released was pretty epic.
Hey.
I enjoyed that a lot.
The first one, yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
Ooh, shots
First
fired.
one's the best
Yeah,
one,
the
bro.
first one is
That
the
is
best
true.
one.
Nah,
The
it was
rest of
good.
them is shit.
The first one came out in like
Yeah.
1999 or something,
Yeah,
right?
I saw that on release day.
It-
Dude. I still have the fucking Mew card.
Wow, really?
hey.
Is it the ancient
Wow.
one?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Animated movie. Well, I mean, I've not seen that many animated movies. I've seen series, of course, but I think for a movie it would either be Spirited Away or what's it called? Akari. No, Akira. There it is. Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Spirited Away. Any of the Studio Ghibli movies were really, really well done. Also, Frozen was pretty damn good.
It's gonna be its
Like
second,
Frozen?
so yeah.
Yeah, I'm anticipating the second season, second movie of Frozen.
Get that fanfiction out there.
What else was good?
Nothing.
No, nothing was really. I'm anticipating a Boku no Pico movie one of these
No.
days, hopefully.
Don't ever say that.
Wouldn't mind one of them. That'd be pretty good.
Fuck no.
Probably. I'm gonna give two. Princess Mononoke, and then if you don't want to count like
That was
anime
very good.
and that, then I'll do Emperor's New Groove because it's hilarious.
Hey.
I'm glad none of you guys said mine. My
Kung Fu Panda.
no, it's
No.
the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
I went to see that when that came out as well.
That was a great animated
I think
movie.
I have somewhere over here. Wait.
It has a fantastic storyline of underdog of SpongeBob just overcoming all odds. It was funny as fuck.
It was motivational, wasn't it?
The SpongeBob SquarePants movie was my favorite animated movie of all time. Nothing comes close.
I could still watch it at this age and find it hysterically funny, though. It's just
absolutely.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie.
I might rewatch it again.
I'm gonna watch it before I go to bed.
Hey.
It's fantastic. There's
So describe what a Hexis in real life meetup would be like. Like, what do you think? Like, we do? Who would you want to be there? That kind of thing.
all right. Let's.
That's what
I'll
really-
answer this one first because Dobbs did hang out with me for he came over for 4 days before last March or so. It was pretty cool. He came over. He arrived pretty late Friday night, and we went to this sub place, got some food. Then we this is when we did our 30 hours. I did mine in Slayer, and we went to bed. I don't know. We didn't really play RuneScape much that night. I don't think, because he got there pretty late, and we ate, and then we kind of went to bed, and we woke up at 10 a.m. I think it was, and we went out to get breakfast. And we did our 30 hour, and I guess what we would do, pretty much, I think if you got a whole bunch of RuneScape nerds get together, they're gonna play RuneScape. And
Yeah.
Sweaty room.
after we both finished our 30 hours, we had a couple beers to celebrate. Then we went to Pizza Hut for dinner.
Romantic.
Hey, the pizza was pretty good, man. And
Yeah, I was gonna ask people to write fanfics.
That'd be pretty cool.
And
Brilliant.
we just hung out. It was pretty cool. We just hung out, played RuneScape.
Yeah.
The 30 hour, every weekend.
That's pretty cool.
So I think that's what most things would be like if you were to meet up with someone in the clan or someone else who plays RuneScape like us. What do you guys think?
The extent
Yeah.
of my meeting up with people from Hexis is Will. I knew Will in real life before Hexis, and then there
Wait,
was.
really?
Yeah.
I
went to
didn't,
same school.
I didn't know that.
Is that a coincidence or
Uh,
you just
No, it was a coincidence completely.
Were you guys both?
did you guys know each other's usernames when you were in school back when you played
No.
RuneScape as a noob?
We both didn't
Oh,
talk
okay.
about it.
How
Wow.
big's your school?
500 kids, and I knew Will personally.
How did
Oh,
how did you guys get on the topic of RuneScape before?
I joined Hexis, and he was already in Hexis. I changed my name to the town where I live in, and he said I go to that school. And I was like, yeah, so do I. What's your name? And it just sort of happened.
Wow.
Funny.
But yeah, we don't
How did you
we
feel?
never really did-
Like,
I just thought, Jesus Christ, I knew this guy was a fucking loser.
oh god.
But as far as a IRL meetup goes,
Did you guys ever hang out?
no.
Why not?
really. Because he went to a different college.
Did he move?
No, he just couldn't get into my college.
But did he move? Like you guys
well,
said,
no,
you said
he's always lived in Sandbach, which is like 20 minutes away from where I live.
that's not far at
So-
all.
Yeah, I know, but I'd never actively get on a bus to go and see him.
Or bike.
But-
It's a fucking.
20-minute drive, not a bike ride. But as for people from Hexas, I'd like to see Randy beat up
Hey.
Mod Matt K.
Whoa. Put a sensor in there.
Put us in the octagon.
Someone said
Ringfist.
that if they ever went for a Hexas IRL meetup, the first thing they'd do would be to stab Jebrim. I think that was Silly Apple who said that.
Oh,
Fuck.
fuck.
What the hell?
That is
and
a
I-
terrible thing to say.
I'd like to see Ging, and I'd like to go to the movies with him, so he doesn't have to go on his own.
Aww,
like a
that is
loser.
so cute. Get the fanfiction coming.
You know he's gonna laugh when he watches this and hears that.
He's such a
I'd like-
loser. Who goes to the cinema on their own?
Don't talk about people like that.
Is the coolest person in Hexis.
Yes.
I
You're
love
just a
Ging.
lame asshole.
He's
Trickool.
my favourite.
Don't you watch movies alone, you fuck?
But I don't go and say, hi, can I buy a ticket for one?
No, you ordered online.
'em
That's why it's
online,
fucking
dumbass.
smart, right?
Who buys tickets online? We don't have
We
that
do.
technology here.
Everybody. Everybody except you.
Yeah.
England is so far behind the world.
I did actually
Denmark
buy.
is
I
what to do,
did
man.
buy my tickets online. Last week I went to go see episodes 9 and 10 Game of Thrones, or season 4 episodes 9 and 10 of Game of Thrones,
No
and
spoilers, please.
then they had
Oh, yeah,
like
Randy,
a
Walking Dead's back on tonight,
they-
you know.
yeah, it is. I have a basketball game at 9 tonight though, so I'm gonna have to watch it
Wow.
after. But
I'll watch it
we
tomorrow morning,
bought
I
those
think.
tickets online. There was like a 5-minute preview for this upcoming episode or upcoming season. Fuck, does it look good? I went with
Do you want me to
I went with
spoil
4
it?
people.
Or...
Yes.
No.
Gaffer. I wouldn't.
Okay, what country would I prefer to meet in for IRL meet? America. Fuck yeah.
America, baby.
It costs so much money to like take a plane though.
Europe's not worth
What
it,
if-
man.
what if money
Everything's
wasn't a problem?
crap.
If money wasn't
What
a
if money wasn't a
problem,
You'd fucking meet up like you
Dubai.
just like rent out a warehouse and fucking set up some shit.
oh my
I reckon
god.
we should go to Egypt and meet No One Perfect.
Yes.
That-
Is he Egyptian?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
I'd
Rick's
still
gonna get
probably
drugs.
want to meet up in America, really. No, I wouldn't. I'd want to meet.
Fuck up, you
I'd want to meet somewhere else because I've never been outside of the country. I don't really have a
You've
preference.
never been outside of America and you're 21.
I go to.
That's really not that uncommon.
That's probably
Well, to be
80%
honest, yeah,
of
America's
people.
massive, isn't it? Really? So.
Huh?
Yeah. Because like, in America, like, well, in Europe, you can just drive for flying for 2 hours in any direction and get to anywhere in Europe. It's a bit different with America, isn't it?
I mean, it's like
I can
a
drive for 8 minutes. I'll be in Germany.
Yeah.
There you go.
it's like a
I could-
5-hour plane ride, and
Plane
I
to
would.
Denmark would probably be about 50 minutes. Plane
Yeah.
to Switzerland's about an hour and 40 minutes.
Like I think
Just
for
the scale.
it's like a 4-hour plane ride to get to Florida from Wisconsin. It's like
Fucking hell.
it's like a 5 or 6 hour plane ride to get to California.
It's a 20-minute train ride from Copenhagen to Sweden.
See, like you guys are just like Europe is the size of America, or some. I don't know.
You've seen the picture of like the size of Texas spans over like France, Switzerland, Italy, and Germany.
So
And that's
Texas is
one
fucking
state.
huge, though.
It's not even the largest though, is it?
no, Alaska's bigger.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wait, have you never been in Canada then?
No, I've
Don't you live
never.
really, really
I've,
close?
Why have you
I
been
do
to
live
the
really
snowy
close to
north?
Canada, but I've never had any reason to go there before.
Unless you want to kill yourself.
Hey, that is not cool.
But I'd want to meet some other country just to have the experience of leaving the United
Let's go
States.
Russia.
No.
I'd like Finland.
Yeah, Finland's gonna be
fuck
acid soul.
Finland.
Hey,
Shit.
riding polar bears. It's gonna be great.
I wouldn't really have a preference on who I'd want to be there. Whoever's there, I think it'd be a great time no matter what.
Yeah.
Anyone else have anything they want to talk about, throw in? Nope. Seems.
No.
I had a 5-minute timer.
Well, yeah. Alright, it's looking like that is going to wrap it up for the Apex's podcast. If you have any topic ideas, questions, or any feedback you want to give, comment it or check the description, fill that out. And our next podcast will be coming out on the 15th. I'm going to be busy on the 14th, so we're going to do it then, I guess. And it's a little bit longer than the last couple of podcasts, which was nice. And I guess that pretty much wraps it up for this podcast, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.